It's a beautiful Thursday morning here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and you're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is 11:01 here in our studio today, and welcome to the program. We're not only live via FM, but we are also on social media, so you can check us out on ZIZ's YouTube channel as well as the Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. Today, I will be focusing on the 25 by 25 agenda. That's the 25 by 25 agenda, and where are we now? And I'll use the opportunity to share some very useful information with you about where we are in St. Kitts and Nevis as it relates to agriculture, and if we are on track to achieve the 25 by 25 agenda. Before I do that, however, I want to share some top stories with you making the rounds and locally, regionally, and internationally. Now, on the local scene, more than 10,000 devices to be distributed to foster the transformation of education here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I have some information with you that I want to share quickly. So, in St. Kitts and Nevis, there are 4,203 primary school students, and at the secondary level, 2,399. And these are the numbers that the Ministry of Education has for the distribution of the devices. The teacher population at the primary level is 348 and 341 at the secondary level. Now, the devices are 4,000 Android tablets, 3,700 Dell laptops, and 3,000 Chromebook devices. And of course, the necessary training and technical assistance will be provided to the teachers and all stakeholders. Happening across the region, Caribbean tourism leaders urged to do things differently. Maintain competitive edge. As Caribbean tourism leaders urged to do things differently, maintain competitive edge. And on the international scene, Israeli military prepare as war cabinet considers ground offensive in Gaza. These are the top stories locally, regionally, and internationally. Now, heads of government of CARICOM have committed to reducing the region's large food import bill by 25% by the year 2025. The implementation of the CARICOM Agri-Food Systems Strategy in the member states is expected to help achieve this target by giving special attention to priority crops and products such as poultry, corn, soya, meat, rice, vegetables, which are highly imported products in the region. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis has officially launched its 25 by 25 agenda. But what does 25 by 25 mean? I'm pretty sure you have been hearing our officials, agriculture officials, speak on the 25 by 25 agenda, but you're probably asking the question, what does that mean? What does it entail? What should we know? All right? And I'll use the opportunity today to give you some information on that and what the government has been doing to reduce our food import bill and what we can do as a people to assist in that. So CARICOM set out its mandate in 2020 to reduce the region's food import bill, currently at $6 billion, by 25% by 2025, to improve the region's sustainability through nutrition security. The Federation's contribution is almost $200 million. $200 million. Now, according to Agriculture Minister Samuel Duggins, 10 to 15% of food Kittitians and Nivisians consume is supplied locally. Now, what are some of the concerns for making the agenda a reality? The already high food import bill, climate change and its effect on temperature and water, and all of which could make or break agricultural yield, making space in the market for farmers, fishers, and agro-processors in the local, regional, and international markets, saturating the market with an overabundance of certain products or produce, labor, buy-in from the masses in the private sector, restructuring agriculture as a viable and profitable section of the private sector. Disgruntled and disenfranchised farmers, agro-processors, and fishers. Now, according to local farmers, the realism of achieving the regional reduction seems far-fetched, given what they describe as the need for more buy-in and support from the government, especially a lack of partnership with the ministries of international trade and consumer affairs. Right? So farmers have been saying what needs to be done, what they think the plans are that should be taken, or initiatives rather that should be taken to assist in achieving the 25 by 2025. Now, how does the government plan to tackle all of the problems before them in getting to that 25% by the year 2025? Permanent Secretary in Agriculture, Miguel Fleming, presented the government's plan to drive the 25 by 25 goal. Now, the ministry has set targets that the sector is expected to meet by 2025 to accomplish the reduction in food imports. And one of the biggest imports for the Federation is poultry, which has an annual import value of $19.2 million. Through the ministry's strategy, they aim to circulate the $19.2 million within the Federation. So we are currently at $19.2 million. That's the annual import value when it comes to poultry. And the aim of the Ministry of Agriculture is to keep this money in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. My take on that. It is not something that they can do by themselves. We must understand that we have a role to play in that. Now, apart from reporting an additional $2 million in government investment annually over the 10 years of the strategic plan, the ministry will launch the Greenhouse Revolution to provide infrastructure for producing produce that can be grown in protected structures, greenhouses. 29 acres of land have been identified for a greenhouse village with storage facilities within the village. Other plans include improved land prep and harvesting through investment in agriculture equipment, tractors, harvesters, etc. Livestock breeding increased for small and large swine, training in agriculture advancements, hydroponics, greenhouse production, tech packs, and extension. A poultry slaughtering facility in Nevis will be built, capable of slaughtering 700 to 800 birds an hour, or 10,000 birds a week. Additionally, work is being done on storage expansion, packaging facilities, and improved marketing. It is 11 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour here in the studios of ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM, and you're listening to The Edge. I am your host, Devonne Cornelius. Of course, I love to give out the numbers early so that you can get them down, so you can call to give your contribution to the discussion at hand. You can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Again, the numbers are 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Let's take a quick break and we will be right back.
At ZIZ, we want to take a moment to salute our small business owners and encourage you to support them. Our small business owners are always hard at work providing quality goods and services to you. They also provide employment for many and can be counted on to give back to our communities. Today and every day, we salute our small business owners and we say thank you for the opportunity to provide advertising services to you. If you're a small business, call us at 465-2621 to join our family of small business advertisers. Call us 465-2621. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. Thank you so much for joining the discussion for today. It is Thursday, October 12, 2023. Very good discussion that we're having, and later on we'll open the phone lines to hear from you, your views and thoughts and ideas on this topic. We have a first call for this morning, so let's take that call. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Brother Devon.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Wonderful program again, not too bad. I just come from Boy the Animals then.
Yeah. Timely, right?
Eh?
A timely discussion.
Yeah, man, yeah. Good conversation. Now, Devon, let me tell you something, right? I believe all what you're saying there should have been established long time. These are things that we propose to different governments we're going. And, them things just far behind the back. I believe if government, after government, when they go in there and really be serious about agriculture and livestock farming, I do not believe that we'll have got all these discussion, I do not believe we'll have got all this discussion. We got the land. We had the land, we had the fertile soil, we got the animals them, and Devon, that we have people who are interested in that, people like me who are interested in livestock farming and so maybe outright because I'm landless. You understand? That's my love of my life. I love animals. From since I come out my mother belly, I meet animals and I've got animal up to now. You understand? And do agriculture farming too. I getting down in the age now, so I don't know that if I could continue whatever to raise like livestock farming, like cattle and them things still, because what now? I will have no land of my own. If I had some land of my own to fence them, I might have got them managed and got them good.
Okay.
Up to last week I got to pay a guy some money because one me cattle went in the place and do damage he say. And these are the things that we got to go through. You understand? I believe that if government after government was very serious about agriculture and farming, especially when the sugar industry closed down, I don't think we'll have got all discussion. We'll have got agriculture, we'll have got the meat, we'll have got the ground provision to match the tourists when the boat them come. And in the hotel. Okay, then, Brother Devon, let somebody get a chance.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution to the discussion. It is 15 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour. The phone lines are open. We want to hear from you, your views and thoughts and ideas on the discussion at hand. Now, agriculture remains a major pillar of the Caribbean community and member states' economies and has the potential to build economic resilience and drive inclusive socio-economic development of the region, particularly given the current challenges being faced and, of course, coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this sector presents opportunities in several areas for employment generation, wealth creation, food and nutrition security, and increased economic activity. These include primary production, import substitution, manufacturing, agro-processing, intra-regional trade, digitalization, and e-commerce. We have a caller on the line. Let me stop there and take this call. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Cornelius.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I can't even say. Reason why I can't say that, right? It's very, very, it's happening. My name is Tash Right Tweed. And what you're speaking of today, he's home. And I can't understand this. Imagine, I don't invest much money, zip line from a farm. I can't say me farm fence. I can't farm. The person who in charge of agriculture, permanent secretary, and the Minister of Agriculture, they have the authority to make these animal farmers tie the cattle, but refusing. This don't make a whole year. They can't plant nothing at all. Like, they catch them up here, like, with about 10, then they come 20, then we go come about nearly 30. Like, find that number to turn to. They promise me they're going to get rid of the fencing, but they're going to a pole for the fencing, waiting patiently between the poles and their reach. But during that time, they could make the cattle farmers tie the cattle. Then they got some other persons up here got goats. They just put the fencing, the gate them up there, and the goat them just roaming as they like. And next problem again, some wild hogs. I can't understand why these men don't get involved in the right way. You have a man named Patrick Wallace, who was in charge of the army. Yeah, he don't discuss this over and over. He could arrange to get a group of guys much older than me. And I'm a senior citizen. And he know who he could get to organize this group of men to go around getting rid of these wild hogs. And then they monkey them. Because I was in a discussion this year over at Marriott. The Minister of Agriculture mentioned he can't do nothing much to cut the amount of monkeys and island because somebody in one of the administration, I don't refer to them as government. See, the people are the government. The administrators is who fail us, and we don't seem to be understanding it. If they do what they're supposed to do, when I was a little youth, we never used to buy them things by a pound, we buy parcel, And a lot of the things that the Dominicans bring in here, and we come from overseas. We used to go them here, but they don't understand what's going on presently now. I can't recall because we, the 1st of December, we make 48 years. And thank you to people in the vote to buy with Sugar Land, and we know how we Sugar Land going either, Feel like we're blowing in the wind,
All right.
Somebody's calling me. If you have something to ask me, but I'm going to let somebody's calling.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution to the discussion. From listening to you, I think it is safe to say addressing those concerns that you have shared would form part of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region as a whole achieving the 25 by 25 agenda. But thank you so much for sharing that. It is 11:20. The phone lines are open and we are taking your calls. Now, before the caller came in, I was speaking to some of the opportunities that exist in the agricultural sector. Over the last decade, the Regional Food Import Bill has received wide attention from varied sources. We've been talking about the Food Import Bill for years. We have a call on the line.
Yeah, hello?
Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, Devonne.
Good morning.
Devonne?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, you hear me? Okay, yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm going to ask you a question and make me the answer quick, and then I'll come with my comment.
Okay.
What is agriculture?
What is agriculture?
Okay, what comes under the name of agriculture, then let me put it away.
Farming, livestock, all of that.
Think that people have to
cultivating of the land.
You think that human beings have to consume?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Now, every administration from the time I know, administration governing the country, from Mr. Bradshaw time, come right down to now, there's always somebody responsible for agriculture. And a lot of times people complain about the destruction of their property, whether it's up the mountain where you got your ground, or in your yard, or out in an old cane field close to you. And the problems were loose animals, including monkey, which never toy. And nowadays, the monkey population is overgrown the human population in St. Kitts. I could tell you that. Because monkey that breed every 8 weeks. And there's a lot of complaining forever and ever. People been complaining, monkey jump out the tree in the yard, jump on the house. And once the galvanize is not screwed on with screws, he gonna slacken the galvanize in the needle and people's house leak from monkey. Now, the Minister of Agriculture come on recently and said that they're making traps to trap the monkey them. But I believe that is only talk. Because they cannot kill a high percentage of the monkey them in saying they can't do it. All the 40 years of independence they're talking about, I don't subscribe to that. Because we don't have full independence. If them people overseas, Peter or whatever they call them, get to know that the government here allowing monkey to dead, they're going to come in and they're going to stop it. And monkey destroying people farm. When you destroy people farm, that they're depending on to make a money. Each money a farmer make, it helps the economy of the country.
Well, what do you think needs to be done to address the monkey problem?
Simple. Go back to the old time days. And now, they got an army. They got sharp shooters up there. All they have to do is give them the long monkey gun ranger. And you go around one every day, you got to listen to the population. We don't want all kill out. But it's talking to make things sound sweet. Here the partner that just before me now with the animal them. You got animal all over the place, mashing up people, carrying the joy, with goat and sheep on one cross road. And if you stop one time, somebody hit you behind in your back. Bam! Because you're trying to save a life. And all them foolishness, animal, dog and all biting up near go. People got the animal and dog killing them. All that they're supposed to curtail them there. Otherwise, agriculture is only talks out the mouth. Nothing we ain't going away. You mean to tell me so long no matter about agriculture and you can't get certain things here? You cannot. So you have to go to the supermarket and go up on the shelf. And it is in there what you call a gun pointing at you, tell you, boy, these are expensive, they take them up and shoot you. How expensive they be. So they're serious with agriculture. That is only talks. Anyway, let somebody else come in. Thank you very much for listening.
And thank you for your contribution, caller. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. We have another caller on the line. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Devon.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
Devon, you know, we've been hearing in the news that there is dengue fever that is going around, and I want to put this out there to the health department. I mean, I know they sometimes go around and they fumigate, and I think it's really pressing right now that they should consider doing this, because there's a lot of mosquito storing right now, and I want to just put it out there to those in the health department to think about this, and let us try to see if we can, you know, stem these mosquitoes that is kind of flourishing right now. Thank you.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, there is an alert that was sent out, or a statement sent out by the Ministry of Health regarding dengue fever. Let's head back to the phone lines. We have another caller on the line. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm kind of good, but kind of upset.
Okay.
And the reason for me being upset I'm going to bolt off your topic a little bit because this one is a little bit personal. I'm calling from the Keon area. My name is Preacher. I'm the father of the first independence baby in this federation. And there's a rumor going around since the 40th celebration of independence that me and my child received $40,000 from this government, and nothing like that is the truth. So I'm kind of fear for my life because I don't want nobody to be targeting me and my family for no $40,000 that we don't know about. So I'm begging the Prime Minister, whoever, please to come on the ear and clear up this foolishness about me and my family receive $40,000. This is not true. And the way this war is running right now, I don't want nobody to target me for something me know nothing about. You know? And I'm appealing to the police, you know. If anybody try anything with me, I gonna defend myself, you know. My name is the Preacher, me ain't hiding. Nobody ain't give me and my family no $40,000. So I begging them please to come on the ear and straighten up this thing, you know.
All right, caller.
Okay?
All right.
Have a good day.
You too, and thank you so much for your call. Thank you. You've cleared the ear and set the record straight on that. It's 11:27. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation right here on The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Let's take this break. We'll be right back.
Watch your step there, little man. That party's falling into the sea.
But Daddy, when it all slips into the sea, where will we live?
Well, son, that would take a long time. So let's not worry about that right now. Just enjoy the beach, okay?
Daddy, when Grandpa brought you to the beach, was it slipping in then?
I can't remember, but that shed over there was not so close to the water, so I guess so.
So, Daddy, when I bring my children to the beach, will there even be a beach still? I learned all about climate change in school, and teachers said we have to change our habits or it would be even worse.
So, big man, what do you think we should do?
Really? Who is the daddy here anyway?
Okay. We'll ask your teacher where she got her information, and then we'll do our own little part.
Good, because I want to keep coming to the beach with you, even when you're like 100.
Change your heart, change your habit. We the people can change how we approach the impact of climate change. A message of hope from Island Resilience, promoting a climate of change.
This is my land, my island, our home. It's time to come together to keep her forever resilient and strong.
Island Resilience, promoting a climate of change. The Climate Change Adaptation and Sustainable Land Management Initiative of the OECS Commission, funded by the European Union.
Go to
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, your host. Today is Thursday, October 12, 2023. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. For those of you who may have joined late, we are on the topic of 25 by 25 agenda and where are we now? Where are we now? So far, the conversation has been really good. And let me say thank you so much for sharing your views and thoughts and ideas. And the issues and concerns shared earlier relate to or would play a role in St. Kitts and Nevis achieving the 25 by 25, 25% by 2025 agenda. Now, earlier, before the call came in, I was speaking to the Regional Food Import Bill, and it says that it has been receiving wide attention for the last decade. Everywhere you turn, we've been talking about the Food Import Bill and what needs to be done, what governments and private sector should do to reduce the food import bill. And people have asked the question, well, what are you doing? What is being done? Now, this attention, of course, not unfounded as a food import bill, which is quickly moving towards $5 billion US, is substantial when viewed in the context of the sizes of the economies in the region, and thus presents food security and other challenges to regional economies. Now, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, has indicated that global food trade has increased and will reach a record in both volume and value, marking a 14% increase from 2020, an increase of beyond $1.7 trillion in the global food import bill. Developing regions account for approximately 40% of that total. Now, with respect to CARICOM specifically, the following obtains. In 2012, CARICOM's food import bill was recorded at $3 billion US, while in 2016 it was $2.9 billion US. Between the period of 2018 to 2020, the food import bill was $13.76 billion US. 2018 food imports valued at $5.03 billion US. For 2019, it was $4.76 billion US, and for 2020, it was valued at $3.9 billion US. Now, heads of government of CARICOM have committed to reducing the region's large food import bill by 25% by 2025, and a number of strategies have been implemented. Now, for the period 2018 to 2020, the top 5 importing countries in the region, at number 1, Haiti, with $3.16 billion US, Jamaica at $1.2 billion US, Trinidad and Tobago at $1.08 billion US, Bahamas at $555.6 million, and Barbados at $407.6 million. This is a lot. This is a lot, boy. But as the caller rightly said earlier, we can't just keep talking about these things. We have to do something, right? However, I am of the view that we just can't depend on the government or governments as a whole to do something about the food import bill. I know in St. Kitts and Nevis, our agricultural officials have been encouraging us and continue to encourage us to buy local and eat local. How many of you are doing that? It is 11:34. We're going to head back to the phone lines and we will take some calls.
Devon?
Yes, go ahead.
I have to come back here because after hearing the complaint about the last caller, that is a serious thing, you know?
Okay.
Because, you know, the way things are going around here, when certain people in the community, once they know that money is circulating in a special area, they choose to do negative things to get at that money. And so the man is right. Nobody should take the time out to tell a lie if they know something in that true. Why people have to do that? That is dangerous. They're putting the man's life in jeopardy. The man say he ain't get no money. But somebody now going out there go say he get $40,000 and they know they ain't seen nobody game. Why should people do that? I am asking all who are using the telephone to tell lies and malign people. Stop it. It's not good. The Lord Jesus do not like a lying tongue. A lot of things the Lord ain't like. And sensible people are doing them foolishness when they could use the time for something more positive and constructive.
All right, caller.
So I'm begging them to stop it. And they better get serious with this monkey business, because people going to do what they got to do, to protect the property. Okay, I could give them an advice how to kill them, but it's on the radio.
All right, caller, thank you for your contribution to the program.
Yeah, okay.
Do we have any more callers on the line? Yes, we do. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Devonne.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Yes, all right, The farmers, them going to come together in all the Caribbean country or in the whole West Indies, they got to come together and join up. Look over here, they got farmers crop now. That is so good. And government got to come with them, and the private sector got to do something about this. Because if they don't do nothing about it, farmers don't just plant the food always. Remember we had the Sinaco and the depot. That when farmers plant, the farmers use the food. They could have carried them to the Sinaco and carried them to the depot. But that ain't the end, no. But we got a lot of supermarket here, We got the Chinese, we got Indian, we got all kind of different supermarkets in the Federation, I think it means. And I believe that if they come together and try to work with the farmers then, but the farmers then got to work with one another too. Mm-hmm. Because if they don't work with one another, with the crops, some plant this, some plant that, and some plant that. All of them may plant one thing. Mm-hmm. Because in other country, I know that is that they do, all in Canada. Some farmers plant maybe orange, some plant apples, some plant this, some plant that. And they get the goods them good. And that will help build and strengthen the economy. If we got to do that. And as I said, that if we were thinking what we're thinking now, I believe all these things, we will not have a conversation with them. And Brother Devon. And Brother Devon, before go, it got some people again, right? You got your little animal them around. They come meet you up there with your animal then. They're going to come, they're going to squat on a piece of land. They're going to just knock up a little shop. And they're going to have water in the yard. They're going to have a drum in the yard, the water, whatever in the yard. Some of the animals, some of them, all of them, some they get away, some in the mountains, some of them Lego. And animals, as long as they see water, or they see empty place, they see green grass, they're going to eat, they're going to go feed or whatever. But some people don't get a consideration, some people just ignorant. And if we don't try to work together as one and pull on one another as black man, because if your man who got one or two animals, you grudge him, you come to disturb him because you want him to get fed up and get rid of the animal then. That is bad. All right. That is we need to work together as one.
All right, caller, thank you for your contribution to the program. Do we have any more callers on the line? Yes, we do. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Cornelius.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm here listening, and I just heard you reading out some figures there for import bills.
Yes.
And the one, it's on the same that we will say that it's staggering. It is. Mm-hmm. But then, what are we doing? It's a collaboration of government, farmers, and the vendors. It's a shame because we try everything what the government is doing. The government has started to play, but then, like I said, it's a collaboration effort. It's a collaboration effort of everybody, and then we'll be able to achieve what we set out to achieve. If we don't collaborate and come together, we won't. And I said that to say this. So when you're going to get the Dominica boat coming into St. Kitts, I'm not bashing the Dominica boat, but they're selling, and the provision that they're selling sometimes is cheaper than the locally grown produce.
Okay.
So that's why people would be gravitating to it. I mean, if I can save $1 or $2 off a pound of every produce that I purchase at the market, I mean, for me, I would go for that. But for the country, it's not healthy because then it would have to be imported. You go to the supermarket, the carrots, you get cabbage, you get lettuce, and sometimes they're cheaper. I mean, the quality might not be the best or better than,
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I think that also people who want to achieve, let us stop blaming the government to come together and try to make it more manageable for the consumers in order to purchase and eat local. When we do that, then we will realize the reduction in our food bill. Thank you very much, Mr. Cornelius.
And thank you so much for your contribution to the program. It is 11:41. We end at 12 noon. We have another caller on the line. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Cornelius.
Yes, good morning.
For example, if you're asking what the farmers doing,
Uh-huh.
at this present point in time, the drilling rate over in Keon have already dug 2 wells. But it's so difficult for them to dig 2 more wells for farmers. That way, they got food all year round. I heard a call up just before this last one mentioning that the farmers need to come together. But the minute that agriculture is dividing up, it's like being on a stay at the head table. We're supposed to go do this work. But we ain't gonna stay at the head table. Can't be. You just can't come in and dictate into the farmers, and the farmers have nothing at all. So to me, in order for us to be very productive, we need to drill wells for the farmers. We just can't think about water for human consumption alone. A plant drinks more water than a human being per day. When a human being can go in the shade, a plant can't go in the shade. They're not going in the right direction. Why is this the Minister of Agriculture and the Director of Agriculture, the Permanent Secretary of Agriculture, they don't want to have no say. They want to have the farmers at the head table. For example, last year, right? It's true that the administration changed in August, but the farmers didn't have a meeting with the Minister of Agriculture for the budget for this year. And we know in October, and we have not had one day meeting we had with him. For this budget coming up, I don't watch the trend. Like, we are not going to have no meeting with him again for the budget for next year. So the administrators, the people bashing the government, We are the government. They are the rule administrators. We elect them. They're working for us. We're turning around this role. As I say, back on the batch of time. We had what we're heading for right now. We already had it before. Dominica also bringing Tanya and them kind of things in St. Kitts with only banana, plantain, and mandarin because we had these things. And they're talking about we could get Dominica food more cheaper than St. Kitts, but they're not looking at the amount of food Dominica produces. When they drop our food in St. Kitts, they're going to get easy currency. But when they go down St. Martin, they're getting the U.S. currency. So they got too much abundance. So they could afford to sell because they know I can't back Dominica. They don't spend money to bring them down on a boat. Why can't they back Dominica and I could get it free? You take people in the London, export is the way out for us. Export the multi-billion-dollar industry, opening up for we poor people, happen all these things. We just straight on the journey. Once agriculture kick off in the right way, we are the right set of people. Everything will go good. Goodbye.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. We have another caller on the line. Caller, go ahead, make your contribution.
Hi, good morning, Brother Devon. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. What about you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Awesome.
I think what Brother Brunel with what he was saying. To me, sometimes you buy this stuff in the carrots and produce in the supermarket, and they're cheaper than those the local ones. I just try to figure out how they get it done. And you really they have to work together. We all have to work together to get this thing work out. Because it's really costing us a lot of money. And even as we say, the local produce. But how consistent are they? Because I remember one time I was in the Chinese supermarket, I was looking for something, and the manager said to me, the local, you can't get these stuff this week, next week the car ain't coming up. So I think it's a problem. So we really have to work together and get this thing sorted out. For the benefit of everybody. Have a wonderful day.
All right. You too, and thank you so much for your contribution to the program. We have another caller on the line. Caller, go ahead and make your contribution. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Topic, very good topic.
All right.
The animals them first. People want a lot of animals and they cannot control them. Because they're going to let imagine a cattle going to walk all the West Farm to up here. Disturbing people, going in people's yard, matching down people, matching up there, the cars and all them. It's terrible. Sometimes every estate used to have a pound. So when you see it move from one place to the next place, really out of bound, and you hold it tied to the pound, and other people again, being able to go with the animal, but they still want animal around. They have a lot of pain in their knees. They have no direct space to keep like a product to keep the animal them. But breeding is sometimes that's really the outcome of that. Talking about the food, I think everything, somebody dropped the ball there. As the lady said, as the guy said, not the lady. Only oranges we used to put just to come from Dominica and tangerine. Right, I used to put just another thing when I look, Mr. Tamon and all come here. The pepper, sweet, seasoned pepper come. We used to get them by in abundance. What happened when we were close the sugar crop? Look like they close the food crop too. Yes, I could recall that when I used to go factory to sell my peanuts on a Friday, after a tractor used to come around with the pumpkin and green fig and other things. Potatoes, sweet potato, yam and all them deal. Right? I don't know, me have a little backyard there and I want something planted out if I'll get them there like yam, seed and all them there anymore. Because it die out.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's a big problem here. The government, they say agriculture, they just come on and waste people saying about agriculture. The agriculture person done went to nearly 10 times and I don't know. You know how to go to agriculture to come back to tell her how to do things. We know you got all the head there, you get around, get some old head and say, well, how you all used to do this thing? When the season now, when that thing. Me and them I say, I go France, I go this, I go that. Baloney, they're just wasting money. Wasting taxpayers' money. They, everybody now getting a fast, a free plane ride.
All right. Well, caller, well, thank you. We want to get in some more callers, all right? So we're going to have to take another call. Let's take this other caller. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Very pleasant morning to you, sir, and to all your listeners everywhere. I want to make an appeal to the road division to mark Old Road Bay for drivers. I think the Old Road Bay needs marking. We need to have the lines drawn on Old Road Bay to mark out the lanes and put the reflectors down. Of course, if they have to resurface the entire Old Road Bay, so be it. So be it. But whatever they can do now to assist drivers, especially bus drivers, at night, it's very challenging at night. The lighting is not of the very best. So I am calling on the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Road Division, to do something about the Road Bay with respect to marking out the lanes there and putting the reflectors down to assist drivers at night. I think it's a sort of security hazard not having the markings. Markings and the reflectors really help drivers at night. So I'm making a special appeal to the Road Division to work on that as quickly as possible.
All right, caller, thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's take this call and then we'll take a break after. Caller, good morning. You're on the air. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning. Okay, we seem to have lost that caller. All right, let's take this break and we'll be right back. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation for today.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Look out! Look out! This is it! Something new, something fresh, something exciting! It's Jump Off Show on ZIZ Radio with the man Chico. Yo! Every Monday to Thursday, Chico will be in the house with the 3 to 6 minutes. So tell your neighbors, tell your friends about this exciting show on ZIZ Radio, the Jump Off Show, every Monday to Thursday, 3 to 6. Don't miss it. While the others give you some, we give you more. Right here on ZIZ Radio. Watch the creep.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. For those of you who are just joining the conversation, we are on the topic of 25 by 25 agenda. Where are we now? All right, the phone lines are open and we're taking your calls. Let's head back to the phone lines and we'll take this caller. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Devon.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm good. Just to piggyback on that last caller, right? What he said there is very important. I mean, it's normally a regular part of regular maintenance, which should be done by the relevant government department. And for a while, it has not. We don't see it being done. We wait for we wait for a big project to happen before things like the striping of the roads, putting in those reflectors are done. And it should not be like that because even before the road deteriorates, the markings in the road, the striping in the roads, those fade. And so it should be done regularly, right? And not wait for any large-scale project to be done. So I would really like to appeal to the relevant authorities to do more surveillance, because there are lots of places like that needs, not just Old Bay, that needs restriping. And I noticed that they have a new method now of road repairs, whereby it's not just a matter of patching a pothole and so on. It's more time consuming, and yes, it's more effective, I think, in the long run, because it lasts longer. We actually take out a section of the road and redo it and resurface it. Yes, that's good. But in the meantime, we got lots of potholes popping up everywhere and people running over them. Okay, so even while I agree that the new method is good, they really should, there are some really glaring potholes that just can't wait for them to get to that. Right? At least do a temporary patchwork until you get a chance to do that new method, because that new method is more time consuming, requires more equipment, and so on. Right? So it would be really nice if they do the whole method too, of just filling up the really bad potholes. And lastly, right? It's not. I've seen them, for instance, do the initial work on what's that road now that goes to the cemetery from OTI, what used to be OTI, come up that road to the cemetery. They've done a section of it. Basically, they have prepared it for resurfacing, but that's been a while now, and I'm wondering if the plant is not working or something. Why it can't be that work can't be finished? In the meantime, you're driving over that road is a nightmare, dusty and so on. Okay, so and it's not every road that needs to be done like that. The major roads, yes, okay, because they're more traveled and need more effective maintenance. But you can also do maintenance in terms of just putting the asphalt over the road and putting the gravel or whatever it is. The old-fashioned way of doing it, and I'm talking about doing that for like the minor roads, the village roads and so on. People end up with a better surface, but it's probably not as costly, and it's quicker to fix than this new modern way of doing the roads. So it's just a consideration for the department. Don't just abandon the old-time methods, because in the meantime, people have to be driving on these disgusting roads. It's not fair to taxpayers. Okay, then.
All right, and thank you for sharing that with us. We'll take one more call. Caller, you have about 30 seconds to make your point because we're soon out of time. Go ahead.
30 seconds.
Yes.
Okay. We do something within the scheme of things with your topic. You said, we choose to call a young lady affectionately, call her Jack. Young, say it's eating habit along with illnesses and death concerning eating habits. And that's first about we consuming. If that's money, things cheaper. Me and food cheaper there. Right.
Okay, caller. You were breaking up a bit, so we were unable to hear you clearly. Unfortunately, we are out of time, and so we won't be taking any more calls. But you were breaking up, so we were unable to hear you clearly. But you can join us tomorrow. Before I leave, I wanted to share with you what the focus has been. CARICOM has been, the governments across the Caribbean region have been focusing on the following areas. So increased production and productivity. Market-driven production and intelligence, cross-border production and investments, climate-smart agriculture, regional food and nutrition security status, coordination and governance mechanism, digitalization of the sector, de-risking and financial literacy of the regional agricultural sector, and trade-related policies. These are some of the areas that CARICOM has been focusing on to achieve the 25 by 2025 agenda. This has been another edition of The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I've been your host, Devonne Cornelius, for Thursday, October 12, 2023. Until next time, you guys stay safe. Have a good one and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. See you tomorrow, Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.